Hello everyone, it's me, Spurs Rail 96, and welcome to another Train Sim World Free live stream, and a happy Easter to you all. Hope you've all had a good Easter Sunday, and hopefully you've gorged yourself with lots of Easter chocolate goodies. So for today's stream I thought, well, since we'd celebrate the spring Easter holiday with a little cruise on the West Somerset Railway, so we will bring to life the diesel gala, and as you can see we've got quite a lot of locomotives to choose. I'm going to choose the British Rail Green Class 33 diesel electric locomotive. We're going to do a run from Minehead to Bishop's Lydeard on a all stops southbound service. Yeah, we'll leave it on dynamic, why not? Leave it clear. So let's rock and roll. I'll just get the live chat up and running a minute so I can see what's going on with the live chat. Just got to get through a bunch of adverts first and foremost. There we are. I can now see it. Hey Liam, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Alright. We're at Minehead. We do not have to do any boarding procedures. I'm going to unlock the doors anyway because I have things to do. Destination blind on. The lights are on. Marker lights and the headlights are all on. The safety systems are on. I don't know, what should we put here? E for Easter, and if there's an S, I'll use it. Oh no, there's no S, never mind. E7, Sunday's the 7th day I suppose, of the week, so why not? Turn on the master key, reverse into the forward position. I think the we've got the vacuum brakes turned on, which is good. Yeah, look at that, that works. 7E. So we've got some lovely coaches. We've got a load of activity here. We've got 45, a 101, a 47. There's another 33 sitting on the turntable. Life is good in Minehead. Alright, let's release the brakes and get going to Dunster. Horn isn't great. The locomotive, certainly from a model perspective, looks pretty darn good. I mean, West Somerset Railway isn't a route I go on a lot, but now and again it's nice to just do a heritage run, have a little cruise throughout the West Somerset countryside. I only really go on West Somerset in, the springtime, or a bit during the summertime. Perfect time of year to really simulate the heritage festivities. The level crossings do work, and we have been upgraded to the latest Train Sim World 2 Skybox. There's also a mastery collection with a steam engine. Unfortunately I haven't unlocked that. Well, I might have actually, I don't know. I should have. We'll find out when we get to Dunster. Adam Harris, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, the Class 33, it was the second ever Loco add-on in Train Sim World, so it's got a bit of history to it. It comes with its own timetable, 30 free services. And it also has free scenarios. One of the scenarios is actually quite good, where you have to refill the locomotive halfway into its journey, which is quite cool. Well, Somerset Railway is actually quite a challenge, quite a bit of a challenge, especially with the undulation. In particular, when you use the shunter, the Class 09, when you do services going from Bishop's Lydeard, you have a huge steep gradient for, let's say, up to... Where's the second station? There it is there. That's where the gradient pretty much changes and then becomes more downhill, so you got to be pretty sharp with the brakes. We're stopping at well, Dunster is the first station. I don't know all of the stations off by heart, but yeah, it's the longest preserved heritage route in the UK. What's that, 25-26 miles, I think? Not too bad. It does get a bit boring though, I will have to confess. Not much action. Certainly AI wise, there's not many. But thankfully, you know, with other old school rolling stock like your Class 45s, 20s, 31s, 101s, the West Somerset Railway, BR Class 52 thrown in there as well, you do get a bit of variation on the occasional train you see, which is cool. Liam went to Milden Hall Friday for the Good Friday Teams meeting. Brought a new camera. Oh, it was crap. Couldn't zoom in and the colour was bad. Oh, but the meeting itself was good. Oh, I'm glad the meeting was a success. Hey Alfie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Oh, you got a Bahnstrecke Bremen Oldenburg. That's good of you. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, I need to get on the brakes. Yeah, I went massively over the speed limit. Never mind. Yeah, that's right, Alfie. The Class 158 is coming to Train Sim World. Not too far from now. Not too long. Not too long to wait, hopefully. Bit of wheel spin there. Let's get on the brakes. Oh, stop, stop. Oh, please stop. We do have a 0.4% uphill gradient, so that should help us. Yeah, the landscape round here isn't great. I mean, look at the fields. They look pretty dull. Like, where's the cows? Where's the 3D grass? I mean, not much. Not much to speak of. The distant scenery actually isn't too bad. Yeah, so this is Dunster. Got an old milk churn there. Got the rush hour passengers. They've been added to West Somerset. Why? I don't really know why they really should add them, but I suppose to bring to life the heritage festivities of the Diesel Gala. Yeah, I do not have the mastery of the, I think it's an old LMS 4F, Fowler 4F locomotive. It would usually be here. Like the locomotive is being loaded up onto a flatbed truck and probably taken away for repairs or maintenance or transported to another railway. It's quite good. You know, you've got the old West Somerset Railway posters, you've got the old vintage signage, which I do like. And I've just once again forgotten for the 100 millionth time. I keep forgetting to turn the motion blur on, because it certainly aids the stream performance. Right, we'll just release the brakes and then we will get going to our next stop, which is Blue Anchor. The sounds on it aren't too bad. The horn is not so good, so it could do with a little bit of work, but this DLC is what, 5-6 years old now, so no chance. Let's have a better run by. We got a level crossing here. Not a bad sight. Not a bad sight at all. Hey, Banana Craft. Oh, you're on the route, on this route as well. Oh, fair enough. What good timing. Yeah, that's right. LVV Class 700 is coming to Train Sim World in the summertime. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it should be a good locomotive add-on. I mean, that's the kind of locomotive add-on we want, not these half-assed loco add-on bundles we've been having recently. Like, they've been pretty crap, to be honest. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why Dovetail do it. There's no real value to it. The only value I really see for them is more money. But I don't know. But, you know, proper locomotive add-ons like the Amtrak Acela Express, the Class 700, they're the kind of loco add-ons we want to see. But yeah, sadly, Dovetail don't seem to be too keen on delivering those kind of loco add-ons. More like just reusing old locos, regardless how inaccurate and frustrating it may be for us. They just want to keep pumping out those kind of loco add-on bundles, just to generate some income. There are some good bits about it. I mean, I do like the Dispalock BR182. I think it adds quite a bit of value and quality to Kassel Würzburg. You know, the nighttime freight, daytime freight, and the fact that the BR182 itself had a bit of a I've been given a new lease of life with changes to the physics and the sound, so that I welcome. But there was others I didn't like the Santa FA F7. I thought was pointless. The railhead treatment train was a bit of a joke. It should have been included in Southeastern High Speed to begin with. Hence why they reused the Class 66, even though it was already part of the extended version of Southeastern High Speed as standard, which makes little to no sense really. You know, why add another 66 loco add-on to a route which already has a 66? If they added a completely new locomotive with that railhead treatment train, I would have had no problem with that. But yeah, for railhead treatment train, I think it is a good addition. You know, the rolling stock associated with it is good. The locomotive, I don't think, is very good. It's just your bog standard 66. Sad to say. As far as loco add-on bundle number 2, the BNSF SD70 ACE I thought would be actually pretty good, because it's bringing 2 old but new to the Cajon Pass routes, a couple of new bits of rolling stock, you know, the centre head beams and those flatbeds for the trucks or the lorries. But there was no services included. Yes, there's going to be new services added to that route now, thankfully, for a free patch. But then you look at the BNSF SD70 AC locomotive itself, it's exactly the same as the Union Pacific one, barring a few visual tweaks. The sounds are the same, the physics are the same. It's even the wrong type of locomotive used by BNSF. They won't traditionally use Thunder cabs, but there you go. Nice view of the sea. That looks to be reworked. The sea looks much more darker. The Class 37-7, or the Rail Operations Group 1, I'm not a fan of it. I don't know why. There's something about it which just makes me go, eh, I don't like it. Which is weird of me to say that, you know. It's an old school locomotive, and I do like the old style locomotives in Train Sim World, no doubt. I prefer them more to the modern locomotives and electric multiple units, etc. But I don't know, there's something about that 37 that just doesn't quite sit with me. I don't know why. And the German, you know, the BR 403 and or 406 and the ICE1, you know, pretty much, you know, if you don't know what a cash grab is, then that German add-on recently to Kassel Würzburg certainly proves it, because all it is exactly the same rolling stock with 2 little stripes, which you could easily do in the livery editor. It doesn't add any new services. It only adds 3 or 2 scenarios, no tutorials, so yeah, waste of money really. Alright, so here we are at Blue Anchor, ladies and gentlemen. Home to a holiday park. The station, I think, was specifically built for this holiday park, unless it's the next station up the line, then I'm mistaken. Once again, you know, you got the old school signage, table mustard, and all that kind of stuff. You can hear the seagulls, so there's a bit of atmosphere here as well. And as you can tell, even these gate crossings work, which is cool. This is a nice station. If it doesn't give you that heritage holiday vibe, then I don't know what will. John Paul King, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. And also hello to Ben Davis. I'm having a very good weekend, thank you. And also good evening to Greasy Simo Gaming. Hope you're all well. Banana Craft really, yeah, it's a nice relaxing route. I do agree. West Somerset Railway certainly is very different. It offers something completely different to the table, doesn't it? And occasionally it's good now and again, to get off these hyper busy, high speed, routes. Be it passenger orientated, freight, mixture of them both. It's nice to just have a cruise, isn't it? One thing that does surprise me is that they haven't added any services to the West Somerset Railway. What was it? The steam locomotives. I would have thought they would sub in or add additional services to West Somerset, but I don't think that will ever happen because the whole point of the West Somerset Railway was to bring to life the diesel gala, and obviously steam is not diesel. Would be cool to see though, but then again you can just do it on the scenario planner. Right, the next station stop is Washford. Urban Aircraft have been playing too much Hogwarts game. Oh, the Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, I'm not really into Harry Potter and all that stuff, but it's certainly an interesting game. It certainly looks good, and the reviews have been pretty positive, so must be a pretty in-depth gaming experience. My cousin has it, and certainly graphically it looks extraordinary. And the amount of stuff you can do on it, exploring and all that kind of stuff, magical spells and similar characters in the TV or the film series, and the locations. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty decent game, but it's not for me. I'm not into Harry Potter. Is definitely not my thing. I'm more into the Star Wars side of things than Harry Potter and Hogwarts and all that kind of stuff. The only thing I like about Harry Potter is in the first one where you see the steam train, and that's about it. Other than that, not much more. Nothing else really. This is where the gradient starts to change. We're going to go slightly uphill. Early in part one of my video done seven parts, or part one of my video series done, 7 parts left. Right, losing my mind. Honestly, should be able to fit one video, but my devices didn't allow it. Oh dear. Time to destroy these devices. Not my new one though. That is staying. Oh, fair enough. Hopefully, the video series eventually works out for you as you planned it to. There's always twists and turns when it comes to making new parts for a particular series that you want to make. Yeah, I'm the same, Ben Davis. I do wish we had a steam locomotive subbed into the timetable. You never know, Dovetail might hopefully do that one day. Banana Craft, I have 3 Hogwarts Express trains. 3 of them, blimey. Hey Thierry, nice to see you, hope you're well. Welcome aboard. I think I have to say, which I shouldn't really have forgot to say, but I should have said at the start of the stream, but never mind, here we go. I just want to say a big thank you to all the newbies that recently have joined the channel to help us help my channel pass 2,000 subscribers, and so I really appreciate that. I really would like to thank all of you that have been here for the long haul, or only just joined today, last week, last month, yesterday, today. It really means a lot to me. So I enjoy producing content for you. Yeah, Train Sim World is not great at the moment, but I am passionate about it, and making content for you is a joy for me. So if you enjoy it, if it helps you out in any way, shape or form, puts a smile on your face, or you enjoy the live streams, that's the whole point of the channel, isn't it? Just to make you interested in Train Sim World, and yeah, enjoy it with me, really. Yeah, there were some good bits, there were some not so good bits about Train Sim World, but we're all passionate about it, and hopefully Train Sim World slowly starts to move back in the right direction. I feel Train Sim World has kind of lost its way of late, so yeah, hopefully things will start to turn, and things will improve. But forget all that. Once again, I'd just like to say, thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel, is enjoying the streams, content. It means a lot to me, so thank you. Anyway, we are now approaching Washford. Now the gradient's got really steep at 1.5%. Time to brake. Ooh, there's a shunter. Ooh, didn't expect that to be there. Time to brake. Ooh, brake. This is not good on the brakes. Oh dear. That's what happens when you get no practice. Oh dear. How far back are we? Quite a bit, I imagine. From... Oh dear. Oh, okay, not too bad, I suppose. Oh well. Well, here we are. It's a nice little station, nice lighting conditions here, I must say. Here we are at Washford. It's got a little shunter there. Washford, home of the Somerset and Dorset Railway Trust Museum and the workshop. This must be the workshop. We've got some vans here. Presumably the museum is... Is this the museum? It's a bit small for a museum. I wonder if that works. That level crossing gate. Don't think it does. Okay, the next station stop is Watchet. Is it me or the lighting just suddenly changed in the cab? It's like the cab lights turned on. Very odd. I know the dynamic weather's had a few hiccups of late with just bits of fog randomly appearing out of the blue. And, that's certainly what's happened here. Clouds and the fog have descended on West Somerset. which I think is a bug if I'm not mistaken. Fog seems to be the order of the day. We'll see. See if it changes again. Hopefully it doesn't chuck down with rain. Oh, and now the lighting's changed again. Very strange. Keeps changing in the cab. Will probably change again in a minute. Oh. Need the brakes to be applied. Come on. There we are, slowly gaining control of the train. Well, the speed of it anyway. Banana Craft, I have one repaint up in green and renamed, and the real name of the Hogwarts Express Alton Hall HAWR Hall class engine. Yeah, I know in Harry Potter World they used a fake replica. Where it was in... Where's Harry Potter World? Is it in London or is it in Orlando? I think it's in Orlando or something like that. They used a fake replica of that red GWR Hall, which I must say is a replica. I mean, for a fairground ride, looks quite spectacular, I must say. Liam, I'm surprised you didn't put a ASMR vid on today. According to YouTube, it is International ASMR, a bit strange, and it's got a date. I didn't even... Why, I heard that there wasn't such thing as an International ASMR Day, but honestly, I just haven't had time to do one of late, I'm afraid. And a bit of... just been really busy of late outside of YouTube, so... next weekend I'm going to be away, so there won't be any streams next weekend, but hopefully once things off YouTube have calmed down a little bit, then I can get back to making the odd ASMR video or two again. Which one I do next, I've honestly no idea right now. But yeah, right now, at the moment, I've just been focusing on my timetabled series at your service, just churning out as much videos as I can. I've got a humongous list of bits to do in that series. It's unbelievable how many things I've got to make for that series, just to get up to date with all the Train Sim World stuff that's coming out and all that stuff. You know, it's going to take a bit of time to get to the new juicy stuff. Well, that is if the new stuff is good, hopefully. But yeah, a lot of content still to come on that timetabled series at your service, and that's predominantly going to be the focus for the time being. I mean, I've got how many routes to do? More than 10, let's put it that way. Just noticed the fog has disappeared. I've just gone back to a cloudy day. There is traffic on the roads, which you just seen briefly there. So they did add road traffic to the route. Okay, watch it is approaching. Would help if I actually put the brakes on. It's got a bit of a steep downhill gradient here. TOA Dovetail could do so much with this game. They could. They have it in the palm of their hands to unleash its potential, but the game seems to be very locked down at the moment. You know, there's only so much they can do. They only wish to push its potential to a certain point. and that's obviously because the business side of things, the management, the boardroom, you know, they want to get involved in it, you know, not with the content side of things, but they just want to make sure that content is made as quick as possible so it can meet that all important date. So yeah, payments can be made to themselves or staff members or whatever. Blimey, this locomotive's brakes are hard to do, hard to control. They take their time. May have to use the loco brake. I mean, the vacuum brakes do take their sweet time to release. That's for sure. Are all the coaches on the platform? I don't think they are. Nope, they're not. We have to move forward. Blast. Oh, bit of wheel spin. It's better. Here we are at Watch It. So you got the, what is it, little church, town hall maybe, or something like that. Got some fizzy drink refreshments. Some motor spirit oil. Household luxury that's the containers, it's curtains at Western Supermare. And some lovely coffee and crockery. Ooh, James May would like that, wouldn't he? Very James May, that. There's a Watch It Boat Museum, which is this building here. Closed today, though. Not in real life, just in the game, of course. You can't go in it. There's the logo of it. Not too bad. It's not a bad looking route, I must say. Not the worst route, scenery wise. You know, when you go back and you look at the very old routes of Train Sim World, you know, you do notice that it seems there's a slight distinction, difference between the quality of the route scenery. I feel that, you know, West Somerset Railway scenery is actually pretty decent. If you compare that to Bremen Oldenburg, I think this route scenery is a bit better than Bremen Oldenburg. Bremen Oldenburg to me just seems a little bit dull. Maybe it was the place they picked, or to, you know, bring to life that passenger orientated route. I'm not so sure, but I don't know, I just felt that, you know, looking back at the old routes, they weren't too bad. Not too bad at all. Anyway, the next station stop is Doniford Halt. Top Gaming, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Oh, you were just playing with Somerset Railway as well with the 8F. Look, there's Banana Craft, and now there's you that was recently playing West Somerset Railway. Banana Craft, the one in London at the studio is Alton. There's Hogwarts Express, a real train, and the one over in Orlando is sort of a real train in a way, and there is two trains either end, and it's pulled by a cable. Ah, right, I see. I've never been to Orlando. I've seen videos of it, and it looked pretty good, the one in Orlando. Oh no, Liam. You dropped the camera in the sink. Thought it was waterproof. Obviously not. Oh no, what a shame. Oh, Thierry, have you seen the Class 43 and the 158 walk around? I haven't seen the 158 walk around. I did see a tiny bit of the HST walk around. I must say that looks good. Model of it looks really good, and it sounds pretty decent as well, which was expected. So yeah, I have now. I was quite cautiously optimistic for the Midland Main Line, but now seeing that, I have some pretty high hopes now that that route could be a bit of a hit. With the players, there's the beach. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that Midland Main Line is a decent package. I mean, the rolling stock looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. Hopefully the gameplay side of things will be solid. Its timetable on paper to me didn't... Yeah, I don't know, I mean... Yes, the Skyhook managed to replicate very accurately the official 2019, East Midlands Trains timetable of the for the HST and the Class 158. I just felt, it's a game, why not just bump the services up a bit more, like get 100 services on each, locomotive or rolling stock. For sure, the additional services of the old train symbol British routes certainly gives it a boost, but I just felt that the rolling stock's timetable as standard on that route, I thought it would be a little bit more. What was it, 59 or 79 for the 158 and the HST? I just thought it'd be like 100 or over 100, but hey, that's just me. Oh yeah, the Ford Anglias, of course. Yeah, that's the blue car, isn't it? The one that flies or whatever, I think. And if I recall, I don't usually watch the Harry Potter films, but there was one film where the car literally became evil or something, went in a forest or something, and what did it do? Did it try to attack Harry and Ron, I think? Heck, I even had to fake none of the characters' names. That's how little knowledge I have of Harry Potter. I couldn't even remember the main protagonists off the top of my head. I had to quickly say to myself, it is Harry and Ron Weasley, isn't it? Yeah. The next stop is Willerton. Oh, that was a crap view of it going by. I'll have to do that again. Oh, this one's a good one. Now Willerton is where you get a few passing loops. It's one of the few passing loops on this route, so you might be able to see another train, and indeed that is the case. There is one that's recently just turned up at Willerton. Wonder which locomotive it could be. Could it be a 52? Could it be 31? It could be an 09 or an 08. I know the 09 has its own separate timetable compared to the 47. I think the 52 subs in to the 33's timetable. I'm gonna guess a 20. I like the class 20 on West Somerset, because you get to do a service with it facing forwards, which is always a challenge because you can't see much out of the front. Windows look tiny, almost like a cat flap. Got a 37 in the shed on the right there, or having some repairs done maybe, or just having a rest. Oh, it's not a 20. What is that, 45? Or I forgot about the 40 as well. Maybe it's the 40? No, it looks like a 45. I can hear a 40. Oh, there's a 40 there, parked in the sheds. It is indeed a 45. Not too bad. I like the 45 as well. One of my favourite locomotives in this game, the 45. So good, so good. It just sounds really good. Maybe not as good as maybe the likes of Armstrong Powerhouse could with his sounds, but it's good enough. Here we go. What's going on here? We've got a bit of a crush going on here. Everyone standing looking at the coaches. They don't want to board it, but they want to look at it. Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, so here you've got the refueling siding here, so I suppose you could pretend and refuel the locomotive. I don't think there's any way you can do that on the timetable. It looks pretty good. Nice to see the 45 charging around the West Somerset countryside. Of course, the crossing gates do work, hence why they're closed. Bit of activity here, which is nice, very nice indeed. Banana Craft, 4 of the Ford Anglias are real cars and the rest are fake fiberglass ones. Alright. And one of the trains is real, and I believe all 3 night buses are real, just made of 2 old RT buses. Interesting. TA people were saying that the 158 sounds like it's idling in notch 3 and the HST sounds slightly too quiet at speed. I mean, I don't know. Too quiet? I'm not sure. I'll have to watch it again. Didn't really pay attention to how loud the sounds were. I was just in awe of how good the HST looked, to be honest. Thierry, the 158 has 72 services and the HST has 59. Right. Yeah, not as many as I thought it was. I thought it'd be a bit more than that, to be honest. I know the route isn't the longest in Train Sim World, that's for sure. I mean, it's only what, 36 miles. Honestly, I wish they increased it slightly, you know, like maybe take the route up to Sheffield, maybe stop at terminate in Sheffield, or maybe have the Matlock branch. That'd be quite nice, but heck, I'm not complaining really. You know, Midland Main Line is something I wanted to see in the game, and we're gonna get it, so I'm happy. Either way, I'm happy. Banana Craft, same film with a flying car as the second film, and yes, the car becomes evil. Good. I seem to have some knowledge of Harry Potter then. Accurate knowledge, that is. Early in the last train I went on was not for work, it was the farewell tour of the Class 321 train. Now I have to put up with these new trains, which are better, but I won't feel the same. No, I mean, the old is always... well, it's nostalgia, isn't it? It's heritage, it's history. You know. Yes, you can create new memories from the new trains, but I don't know, there's always a charm, a beauty with the old trains. They have that emotional connection to you. Banana Craft 2 fun routes to add to this would be the what's that? The Coal Valley Railway and the East Anglia Railway Museum. Yeah, the East Anglia Railway Museum would be quite good. I'm not sure of the Coal Valley Railway. Presume that railway, the first one, is in this country. Sounds something like in Wales or Germany. Cologne? I don't know. I don't know how you say that correctly. Thierry, I think a Class 50 would make a good addition to this. Yeah, I think another diesel electric or another diesel locomotive on West Somerset would be nice. We have 2 DLCs already, why not have a third? Why not? I mean, there's loads of loco add-ons that still need to be added to various routes of the past. We need a loco add-on for Clinchfield, maybe one for Cathcart. We're definitely going to get one for München-Augsburg without 420, whenever that happens. I think we were apparently going to get a class, what was it, a 218 for Hamburg-Lübeck, but that's just gone very quiet now and disappeared off the roadmap. Same could be said for a 232 for Ruhr-Signal. That was in development by Trainsim Germany, but that's gone very quiet of late. Do these crossing gates open? They do indeed, they do. Not like the cars are going to come to the crossing gate, because those people have decided to, I don't know, hold a protest, it seems, in the middle of the road. Could be Extinction Rebellion. Haven't heard much from them, which is welcome. Hopefully they keep quiet. The next stop is Stockumber, or Stockumber, or Stockumber, however you say it correctly. Banana Craft is just up the road from the... oh, it's just up the road from the East Anglian Museum. Oh, right. Just down from Great Yeldham. Ah, right. I see. Liam is probably dovetail programming. Yeah, driver strike. Yeah. Only a matter of time before that is incorporated into the game. They'll probably do that in the scenario, actually. Could probably see that happening. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens anytime soon in a scenario. A nice fun little cheeky scenario. Thierry Just Trains are making a route, and they have a history of making the Midland Main Line for its TS Classics. Maybe in the future we'll have a more sections to the Midland Main Line section, and I'd like a St Pancras to Bedford. Yeah, I mean, Just Trains as decentish track record of delivering routes, UK routes in particular. He's pumped out quite a few, you know, not just the Midland Main Line and its extensions, but you've got routes like the Southwestern Expressways route, which is like a combination of different lines in the southwest of England and all that kind of stuff. So you've got like Reading to Taunton, Bristol to Plymouth, or Bristol to Exeter. I can't remember what the other one is, but that seems a monster of a route. I think it's like over 220 miles in total, which is crazy. That's a big route package. Big. He's also done the Penzance to Plymouth route, or the Cornish Main Line. Yeah, Just Trains is making a old school diesel hydraulic / diesel electric route for Train Sim World, and that is, I am going to be pleased. If they do another BR Blue era kind of route, I will be over the moon with that. I love the old British routes in Train Sim World, Transpennine being my favourite, and Tees Valley not too far behind. Yeah, but Transpennine will always for me be my favourite route in Train Sim World. There's just something about it that makes me smile. Maybe it's the nostalgia of it, I don't know. I just love the BR Blue stuff in Train Sim World. West Cornwall local isn't too bad. I think it was a little bit under-delivered. I think Rivet could have certainly pushed the boat out with more services, maybe better rolling stock, certainly, like an old school HST or a class 57, or an extension to a route, you know, be it the Falmouth branch line or something like that. So, but thanks to Northern Transpennine, it does add a bit more variation to its gameplay, which is good. Just over 1 mile to go until we reach our next station stop. Right, I'll say the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you did enjoy the stream, either live or on playback, then I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking the stream. And if you are watching for the first time, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, what's everyone done today on Easter Sunday? Have they had lots of chocolate Easter eggs? I certainly have. I've had a pack full of Mars bars. I had a big Galaxy Easter egg with some little chocolates in it, and I've also had a Cadbury's egg. I haven't eaten them all, of course not. Be feeling sick as a dog if that was the case. Yeah, I love chocolate, so Easter Sunday is a day I'm always looking forward to when it comes to chocolate. near 25 miles per hour. Bit of a steep gradient here, just over 1%. Turn the power off, let it cruise for a bit. Speaking of chocolate, I have a Galaxy Ripple sitting next to me. I'll open that up and have a little bite of it. Banana Craft is part of the old line to Haverhill and Braintree. It's 1 mile long route and has a few things filmed there. If you see Woman in Black with the Harry Potter star in it, oh, it was filmed there. I see. I mean, I haven't watched Women in Black. I'll certainly have a look on Google for that particular scene that was filmed at the railway, or unless the whole film was filmed in that location. And I'll have to binge watch that film. Here's the station. Try the loco brake, see if that helps. It certainly does. Maybe unrealistic, but it helps. There we go. Liam, exit the cab, find a board you are going to strike with. Walk to the road near the station, hold the board up with a driver, stay here for 24 hours. Scenario completed. Very good, very good. Should send that to Dovetail. They might actually do that. Not for 24 hours, but maybe for 24 seconds. Thierry, people said that the route code for Just Trains route means that it's set between 1990 and 2011. Is it? I swear it was different. Was it really? Only 1990? I swear it was earlier than that. Wasn't it? I swear it was like 1953 or something to like 1990 or something. I swear to God it was. Unless my memory's gone to pot, then maybe alright. I'll have to have a look at that again. That's for sure. Liam, I've been breaking my devices and had a Yorkie egg and then got back with breaking the other device. You've had a good day breaking devices then, albeit accidentally. I'm sure you didn't do it on purpose. Instead of breaking up Easter eggs and eating small chunks of the chocolate egg. Oh, I've got to lock my doors. Oh, I was about to tuck into my chocolate. Right, the next stop is Crocombe Heathfield. It's another loop platform, so maybe we might see another train. Might see a Class 08 or an 09 service. I mean, they weren't at Minehead, so they might be doing a service from Bishop's Ligid. Might see them, you never know. Lovely. full power. Let's get a bit of a thrash going. That's very good. That made you hungry? I'm sorry. Oh, lush. Absolutely lush. Right, back to the game. Let's increase the pace a bit more. Banana Craft, just been enjoying my day off from work, eating cream eggs, very nice, and a white chocolate egg, and not much else. Fair enough. White chocolate egg, that must sound very nice. Have you been to the East Anglia Rowing Museum before then? I personally haven't. But I think I've seen... Was it a documentary at once? Was it on... it might have been on BBC. It was a long time ago, if I recall. No, it wasn't BBC. I think it was a an old VHS video I have. It's by a company called Arts Magic. We're talking like old VHS videos here, like 1990s kind of videos. But I remember watching a video of a scene at the railway when they were... Oh, I can't remember what the locomotive was called, but they were filling it with coal. And they were just, showing the process of filling the locomotive. I think it was like a Hunslet engine on Torvair or something. I think back in, what was it, 90... It was filmed, what was it, in 93, 94, I think it was. Yeah, it was just a nice little, process, seeing the locomotive come up to, I suppose, the little area where all the coal is stored, and, seeing that process of picking up the coal, chucking it in the tender. It was quite an interesting, well, it was fascinating for me when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old. I did try to find it online, but that's quite difficult. We've got 1 mile to go until Crocombe Heathfield. Green light, we can proceed. Thierry's had half an egg. Excellent. Ben Davis, I went to Manance House yesterday, and also went to the Neen Valley Railway to film the Sir Nigel Gresley A4. Wow, very nice. And you went on the footplate. Ooh, Ben Davis, very nice. Bet that was a good experience. Hope you got some good shots of a locomotive in action. I would have. What a sight that must have been. I love the A4 Pacifics. Their streamlined front end. Beautiful locomotives. Now that I would like to see in Train Sim World. You know, I think the A4 Pacifics, be it the Union of South Africa or more famously the Mallard or Flying Scotsman, Big Boy, you know, those kind of steam locomotives, I think people would, you know, they would be bowing to Dovetail, you know, saying, please, you know, give us these trains, please. Alright, here's Crocombe Heathfield. Come on, make it to that green marker. That'll do. Alright, here's Crocombe Heathfield. Another West Somerset Railway poster. What's cooking here at Crocombe Heathfield? What have we got? Nice old signal box. Once again, quite a few people. Got the ticket office. And the toilets. God, imagine living there if you're a rail fan. Must be heaven. Seeing old locomotives, be it diesel and steam, going up and down the line. There should be another train on the way. Yes, there is. It is indeed VO9 or VO8. I had a feeling it was that. Coming up here, we got another locomotive in the sidings at Bishop's Lydeard, which will be our next and final stop. We just have to wait for VO9 or VO8 to arrive. Once it's out of the way, we can commence our final stretch of the journey. Thierry, how do you guys break your eggs? I just pressed into the egg. Obviously, you know, chocolate melts, so it's not going to be the hardest thing in the world. Just push your thumb, place your thumb firmly on the chocolate, and then it'll eventually crack, and then, yeah, you'll get hundreds of little pieces of chocolate egg for you to consume. Earlier I dropped the egg on the desk. No, not really. I cut from the top downwards. Marked. Oh, right. I never knew eggs were marked from the top. Are they marked from the top? I didn't know that. Well, the moment I just see an egg, I'm just like, I need to have it now. Just break it up into as many pieces as possible. Then we used to have a competition where we had some string from the ceiling and you had to put your head through it, and whoever got it the furthest won. Wow. No nines just come in. Green light. Unfortunately, we're not due to depart just yet, so we have to wait a little bit longer. But the 09 has just turned up. There it is. Look how clean that thing looks. You've got some different liveried coaches here. Not sure what the official livery of those coaches are. Is this blood and custard? I think. And I think these are like a maroon sort of livery. I'm not too sure. Excuse me, madam. I want to have a look at the official logo. Here's the logo. West Somerset Railway. Not a bad logo. Oh no. He's oh, he's gone. Never mind. That's Train Sim World for you, in a nutshell. It's never too far away from breaking down right in front of you. Oh dear, that's the first. You're never too far away from the passengers doing something very weird on this game. They certainly need to improve its intelligence of the AI, let's say. The passengers, of course, I'm referring to. Open on the craft door. It's a nice place to go to, and so is the Clone Valley Railway as well. I don't know what the Clone Valley Railway is. I have to look that up to see if there's any videos of it in action. Got to feel old remembering VHS tapes, though. So had so many rows and gym tapes. Oh, Rosie and Jim. I remember them. Yeah. I used to have God, I used to watch them when I was a kid. Rosie and Jim. I'm gonna sound like an absolute turd here, but is Rosie and Jim, is that the one on the what was it on? A boat of some sort? Like a canal boat? I think it was, it gotta be in it. Rosie and Jim, like what was it, a dog and I can't remember what the other one was. It was a dog and something, wasn't it? On a canal boat. Might be completely wrong. I'd be gobsmacked if I got that right. I haven't seen Rosie and Jim since I was like 3 or 4 years old. Because God, I remember when what was it, Rosie and Jim? I remember I watched an episode of it. No idea what it was about. This was like way back. We're talking like primary school years here. I remember I was watching an episode of it one day. Then the following week we did a school trip on to. It was a canal boat. I don't know whereabouts it was. It was on the Thames, I know that. It wasn't too far from where did I see that? I think I might have seen the canal boat. What was it? This is primary school. I'm going back a fair few years here, like what, 2000 maybe, or 2001. It must have been got to be near Maidenhead, I think, or something like that. I don't think we went on board the canal boat, but I think we just went to learn about, you know, what the boat was, because obviously I had no idea what it was at the time. Like, what is this strange thing on the water? What does it do? Right, we're now heading to our final destination, which is Bishop's Lydeard. The next stream will be tomorrow, Easter Monday, the 10th of April 2023. What route I'm going to be doing, I've no idea. I might do the Class 52 on West Somerset, but I might not. I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a little think. I'm leaning towards the 52, but I'll see what other options are available to me. I was actually going to purchase the New York Trenton route because it's on a discount at the moment on PlayStation, and I've always said that any new Train Sim World content that's on the discount I'll get. But since the fact that Delta released a patch for it and has improved it to some degree, it did not improve the timetable, so it's kind of put me off getting New York Trenton at the moment. But I'll think about it. We'll wait and see. Yeah, I think I might do a stream on the Class 52 on West Somerset. Why not? Let the West Somerset Railway be shown in the spotlight for a change on the streaming front. I'm sure it's not a route that everyone plays in Train Sim World. But you know, the route ain't too bad. It's a decent challenge. You know, different locomotives. I mean, you can tell how much of a challenge this has been, just trying to keep that 33 under control, especially dealing with its brakes. As the old saying goes, the new stuff isn't always the best stuff. So I feel it's always important to go back into the past of Train Sim World and play some of the very, very old routes, like your Great Western Express, like your West Somerset Railway, or your Long Island Railroad, or Tees Valley, or Risk Ignored. Banana Crafter, seeing an A4 with no covering on is so odd. It looks naked, as it's still a normal engine underneath, just made streamlined. I bet it does. I've never seen an A4 with no covering. That's another thing I have to look up. I've quite a list of things to look up after this stream has ended. A couple of heritage railways and a class A4 with no cover on. Actually, there was a video I watched ages ago where a A4 Dominion of Canada was shipped to Canada, of all places to go, to a Canadian Railway Museum. Oh, very nice. Wow. I take it it's still there from Is it still in the Canadian Railway Museum, or is it come back home, so to speak, to this country? Here, Rosie and Jim chugging along the old ragdoll. It was a canal boat, yeah. Ah, the ragdoll boat. Oh, with the duck as well. Yeah, of course. The duck. Yeah, now it all springs back. God, for nostalgia, man. Jesus. That was when children's television was actually pretty good. Now it's all animated crap. Even Thomas the Tank Engine isn't as good anymore, you know. When they were doing the old model train set kind of days on Thomas the Tank Engine, you know, and the storylines were actually pretty decent. And the visuals were superb for the time. But now I just feel like the animated ones just... yeah. I don't think they're quite as good. Not like I watch it. I have a couple of old VHSs of Thomas the Tank Engine. One of the VHSs I have was of the very first Thomas the Tank Engine stories. I imagine the old VHS videos would be quite valuable actually these days. You never know. Watch the Antiques Roadshow a lot. Well, not a lot, but occasionally. And it's quite interesting what kind of things are deemed to be very profitable. Banana Craft, I still remember all the owners' names. You had John, whose nickname was Fizzgog, and then you had Pat, who's bloody AWS, just as I was reading that. Always interrupts me. Anyway, what was I saying? Banana Craft, I still remember all the owners' names. You had John, whose nickname was Fizzgog. Then you had Pat, who was Loppy Lobes, and then Neil, who was Toodle. And then you had Brum too. Oh yeah. Blimey. I'm going to end up watching an episode of that now. It'll probably pop up on my YouTube recommendations now. You never know. Banana Craft, the A4 Canada is in the Museum of Canada. It come home once for being... once for the Big 6 A4 meetup, and then we're back to Canada. Oh, I see. So let me get this straight. Is the I don't know much about the A4 Pacifics. Is the A4 Canada built in Canada, or is it built in this country but just given the name Canada and then shipped off to well, yeah, the Canadian Railway Museum? I honestly have no clue. I mean, I have little to no knowledge of the A4 Pacific gang, if you like. I only know a couple, which is the Union of South Africa, which I think is like a greenish one, or a silvering one, and obviously the blue one, which is the Mallard, which obviously set the record for steam traction. What was it, 125, 130 miles per hour? Pretty quick. I mean, Thierry is normally pretty good with the facts, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he will churn out some facts of the Class A4 fleet of steam locomotives. We need to brake now. Going way too fast. Ah, there's the 52, speaking of the devil earlier. Speak of the devil. did a voice impression of the Green Goblin. I do like the old Spider-Man films. God, these vacuum brakes take an age to release. I suppose that's part of the locomotive's characteristic. Or characteristics. There we are. Journey's End, here at Bishop's Lydeard. There is Norton Fitzwarren down there, but yeah, not much point going there. I think only the Class 09 and the 08 go to Norton Fitzwarren to dispose of the coaches, or shunt them down there, I think. Here's a 52. It's currently dead. Just sitting there at the moment, but look at that. Beautiful model. Yeah, I'm doing a stream tomorrow on the Class 52. I've just decided. I'm just looking at this beautiful model. Looks so good. Oh, you even opened the fuel cap. Oh my goodness, I never knew that. Built in Swindon in 1963. God, look at that, man. Look at that detail. I swear to God, they don't make the locomotives in Train Sim World as they used to. I swear the old ones were more detailed compared to the locomotives of today. And look at, I think, is that 3D texture or is that a 2D texture? I don't know. I think it kind of looks like a 3D texture, doesn't it? Whereas with the 103 on Meister Blends, it's just a bland ass 2D texture. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Damn. Maybe the old Train Sim World stuff is actually better than the current crop of routes and trains. Damn. Grueling over that thing. I'm definitely going to do a stream on that. But there we are. Got a silver. Ain't too bad. We were a bit late and yeah, not always keeping to the speed limit, but heck, we completed it. We got a silver. I'll take that. So we stopped at Dunster, Blue Anchor, Washford, Watchet, Donniford Holt, Willerton, Stoke Umber, Crookham Heathfield, and finally terminating at Bishop's Lydeard. Have a look at the chat one more time. I still do watch a few old Thomas episodes and some Brum episodes and Rose and Jim. I do watch. I do watch a few old Thomas episodes. Brum and Rosie and Jim, I don't. But Rosie and Jim, I'll have to have a look at that now. GOVA4s, I know, are Union of South Africa and the Mallard and the Dominion of Canada. Bananacraft, you have Bitten, that's at Hornby in the UK, in Moorgate in Canada, was built in the UK and originally called Hawk. Oh, really? I believe, and it was renamed to Dominion of Canada. I wonder why it was renamed the Dominion of Canada. Interesting. 3 of the 6 of the A4 classes are in the UK. Oh, the Woodcock for Canada. Oh, I see. And Thierry has seen the Union of South Africa in real life. Very nice. There we are. That concludes this Easter Sunday stream on the West Somerset Railway with the BR Class 33 in British Rail green livery. The next stream will be on Easter Monday, tomorrow, April the 10th, 2023, where I'll be once again on the West Somerset Railway, taking a look at this bad boy, this beast of a diesel hydraulic locomotive. That is the BR Class 52 in that lovely British Rail maroon livery. So yeah, hope you can join me for that one. If you did enjoy it, like I said earlier, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you are watching for the first time, either live or on playback, then I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care.